Hi Year 8. So if you could all get your homework booklets out ready with the work that you produced for me last week. And the first thing that I would like you to do before we finish off the John Bergerman character, is I would like you to look at the first task, and I want you to describe the work of Andy J. Miller. So we actually have looked at his work in the lesson time, so you should be able to do this really easy using 4 keywords. Okay, now keywords are not things like good, nice. That is not describing anything at all that remotely describes what's happening in those pieces. Your keyword should allow me to walk into a gallery and to spot which piece in that gallery is by Andy J. Miller by listening and looking at your 4 keywords. Okay? Then we move on to this task. So we started off with the basic kind of colours last lesson, and this week we're going to bring it all to life. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to outline the top of my character. Obviously everyone's character is going to be completely different, but you should be able to follow these same sets of rules. I'm going to bring that in. On the ear, I actually want the ear to finish in a dark pinky purple colour and fade as it comes down. Right, we all know how to fade out colours, so I'm sure this won't be a problem for you. There is no excuses that you have bad pencils at home, okay? This is a really cheap set of pencils that I'm using here, so don't blame the tools. The thing that could be different, depending on the quality of the pencils, is it might just not be as pigmented. Could just be slightly paler, but that's absolutely fine. As long as you're showing off that you can vary your pressure, you should be able to get a really impressive piece. Again, I'm going to mimic that. I want that to be nice and dark at the top. Fade it out. Okay, now this is where it gets a little bit complicated because we're going into the yellow. So I take that line that I've done and I'm fading it out still. Okay, looking much better already. I'm going to do it on this little bit of hair as well. I'm saying hair, it could be fluff, it could be, I don't know what this is. I'm getting a bit of a llama vibe, but I'm not sure. Okay, now to blend in the yellow, I'm actually going to use an orange. I want it to be a little bit more intense. I feel like most of you will already know how to do this, but just for those of you who don't, I want to make everything as easy as I can while you're at home. I know it's probably not a welcome change to things. And I'm sure that you all thought you wouldn't be in this position again. But I do think a little bit of art works wonders when you are in lockdown. And it's a nice little chance for you to be creative, take your mind off things, and put some music on while you're doing it. Enjoy it. Art is actually a form of meditation. Meditation is simply just taking your mind off something and focusing on something else. And most of you will know meditation is just, you know, breathing. Now, breathing is just taking your mind off thinking, just the same as it is when you do art. So really good for your mental health. If you're ever bored, or if you're finding yourself bored of an evening, feel free to message me and I'll give you lots of art tasks. I've got plenty that you can do. On the knees here, I'm going to add a bit of red. I'm going to add pink on the cheeks. On the mouth, we're going to make this black. That lead does not feel very stable. Sharpen it again. Feel like you're probably all getting the gist of things by now, so I don't want to waste loads of your time. I'm just quickly going to go over how I would do the eyes. Obviously this has still got a lot further than it needs to go, so I would outline the eyes in a grey and just bring them in. Remember, you don't need to have realistic eyes, so you might not decide to have the kind of main eyeball white, but I am. Do a bit of like colour blending mixed with colour mixing, mixed with tone. Really show off what you're capable of as an artist. Make it as fun as you like. Okay, and I would keep building that up further and further. Sorry, I would keep building that up further and further until I'd finished my design. Okay, let me know how you all get on and please upload photos of the finished piece. Thank you.